In reply.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. When I listened to the member for Mangere, I was reminded of a story which I think is very relevant. He talked about taxi drivers, and I recall a taxi trip I had from my home to the airport in 1990, and I asked the taxi driver, a Samoan who lived in Otara, how business was, and he looked at me and said, well, not all that, not fantastic, not that good. And I said, why is that? And I thought, well, I'd get a story about having deregulated the taxis industry, and therefore there were too many taxis, and that's why he wasn't doing well. He said, I'm not doing all that well, but I'm not complaining about it because a lot of my customers now own their own car. Because you've reduced the price so much as a result of lowering tariffs, etc., my customers can now afford a car. So instead of having to get a taxi to take them home after they've been to the local grocery store, they could drive themselves home. And the fact is that as a result of us, the Labor government, in 1980s, lowering tariffs in respect of cars and opening up that particular industry, a whole lot of people who couldn't own cars suddenly could own cars. And I think the Labor Party should think about that. Mr Nash, I think, was trying to give me some sort of lecture. And I thought that maybe, given that he gave me so much advice, that I might be able to give him a little bit of advice. And I thought that maybe he should start apologising. He should start apologising for all those young Maori people, youth, who are out of work. 38% after 9 years of a Labor government. 38% of young Maori out of work. I think Mr Nash should start to apologise to them. I think he should say sorry to every superannuitant in the country. When the state controls your entitlement to superannuation, as we do, then we will undoubtedly discriminate against those groups which have shorter life. And our present system, which was, of course, amended and changed by the Labor government over the last 9 years, discriminates against Maori and Pacific Islanders in particular. So I think they should apologise for that. I think they should apologise for the populist vote buying that they entered into over 9 years, which left the country in huge debt and left us with a deficit of 7 or 8%. I think they should apologise for the way in which they discriminate against low-income earners and get them to pay for the wealthy, the children of the wealthy, to go to university. And so I could go on. That was a government who actually tried to buy votes. It was a government that actually spent over and above the rate of inflation, increased government spending by about $18 billion, and for a family of 4 imposed an extra $20,000 a year in cost. So if anyone needs to apologise, I think we should start with the Labor Party and Mr Nash in particular.
Members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye. Aye. The contrary opinion say no. No. The noes have it. Party vote is called for. Clerk, please conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
43 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Tokori me whakahean.
Progressive. United Future.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 5, the noes are 116. The motion is not agreed to.